All right, thank you. Good.
How you doing today, Coach?
Good. Everybody ready? Good. All right, questions for Coach?
Penny, let's get this out of the way. The Ivy League canceled their tournament today with coronavirus. You know, the Grizzlies and the NBA are making what's your thought on what may or may not happen? And is it just another thing that you have to concern yourself with?
Oh, man. Obviously, if the country, the world is concerned itself with it, obviously the country, but man, it's getting to a point where we're having to not have games and not to have fans in the stands, then there's something going on. So there is a small concern, not major concern for us, but there is a small concern if everybody's starting to do this around the country.
Do you worry that the AAC might say at the last minute, man, we're not playing? Has that even crossed your mind?
No, it hasn't. It hasn't crossed my mind. So I think everything's all go for us. Hope it stays that way.
What's I guess the anticipation level going into a tournament where you control your own destiny in a tournament setting like this?
Yeah, neutral court against our league. We feel like we can play against anybody. We just have to make sure that we're good in the areas that we need to be really good in. It's rebounding and protecting the ball. I mean, that's just the biggest thing.
What's the reaction to Precious being the only unanimous all AAC selection?
It's major. I mean, I don't know how many times there's been unanimous here in the AAC.
Last year, Jeremiah was.
Jeremiah was too, but that's a good company. I mean, that says a lot.
He's the only one this year.
Yeah, no, that says a lot. That says that they respect this game and what he's done, and man, we're proud of him because we know when he came in June, where he was mentally and physically, and how he's worked his butt off to get to where he is, and to be recognized by our conference that's big time.
Has he exceeded expectations, or is this what you expected?
No, he exceeded expectations. I mean, what he's doing, as many double-doubles as he's had, the only freshman in the country averaging a double-double. I mean, you knew that the potential was there, but to actually do it. And then with James leaving and DJ being out, and the teams are focusing only on him, for him to continue to do that, pretty amazing.
What's the most underrated aspect of this game? What doesn't get enough attention?
Most underrated aspect of his game is that he's just relentless. They don't take into account that he's relentless. He just will not give in. When they try to send a double team at him or have two guys box him out, he's telling other guys, you can go because I have two on me, but he'll eventually find a way to beat those two to get the ball. He's just not going to stop.
How would you rate your performance as a coach this season?
I think I would rate it pretty high because having a young team, having the youngest team in the country, and still winning. We lost some games that we should have won. Some games at home that we definitely should have won. But I don't think it's been nothing short of greatness of what some freshmen and sophomores have done all year. Through all the adversities and through all the punches and the haymakers that we've taken, our coaching staff, myself, we've done an excellent job on keeping these guys focused, and we're still playing really hard. They never gave in, they never let go of the rope, and that says a lot about the coaching staff.
I was able to talk to Grant Hill in Houston and ask him about what he remembers playing against you and how that would translate. And he said that it was a very talented and high IQ, and he considers, all things considered, he thinks that you're an elite level coach already with the things that you. Did you get a chance to talk to him at all while you were down there?
Because I didn't get a chance to go out early, and I knew that when I didn't get a chance to go out early that he was going to be going out for the game. But definitely appreciate those great comments and the compliments that he gave me. It's I just take what God has given me and try to give it back, and to be a player that's played at the highest level and seen a lot, I just try to bring that back to this team.
Penny, how do you look at this challenge for your team where it's 4-4? It's not like one and then you get a couple days off. I mean, it's just you got to win 4 in a row, something this program's never done in a tournament setting to win 4. So how have you approached it with your team now that it's here?
Yeah, it's the first time for everything, and what you have to do is take one day at a time. You got to have some luck. You got to hope there's no injuries, no knickknacks going on to the next day. You got to stay out of foul trouble. You got to do everything right to win 4 games in a row, and it's not impossible because it's been done before. Maybe not by our school, but it's been done before and it can be done again.
After the Wichita game, Tyler was saying that he didn't really realize how intense the conference play was last year, having to play so many games back-to-back days.
Mm-hmm.
What have him and Alo been able to tell the freshmen about what they realized after the fact from last year?
I think they can say that you can never take any game lightly. Every game is from jump ball to end is intense, which it hasn't been like that during the regular part of the season. It's another season when you get in postseason because if you lose, you go home. So for every possession, every second, every minute that you're on the floor, it's all out, and you can't take any plays off, or our team will go on the run. And I'm sure that they're explaining that to them.
How do you do recovery when you do day-to-day? Because at home you got all your facilities here. How do you manage recovery when you try to play multiple games back-to-back?
Well, I mean, Chris Simmons, who is our head trainer, he does a great job of taking everything that he can take on the road, from the stim machines, the sleeves that you can ice your knees and relax. We have a lot of technology to take on the road, so that helps us out a lot. And they just have to get rest, you know, hydrate and get a bunch of rest.
Kind of a scary moment with Alo in the game the other day. Is he all right?
Yeah, he's doing fine. We're probably resting today, probably resting tomorrow, but it's not to the point where he can't play. So just kind of being precautionary.
Lance, same way?
Yep, Lance was just a knee-to-knee.
Okay.
Damian Tan?
Damian's hand, his thumb is still hurting, but he's been playing.
And Malcolm just.
Yeah, Malcolm is still, you know, it's day-to-day with him and his knee. Depends on how he feels.
It's been about a week since the announcement of the infractions case. What are you telling kids on the recruiting trail? Have you had any?
I don't even have. I can't even talk about it. I'm sorry.
Really?
Yeah, I can't even talk about it.
Benny, what's the confidence level that you
Confidence
with
level
this
is.
team?
I'm sorry, you finished.
No. Just what's you and this team as you head into
It's pretty high. Well, it's really high because we played everybody. You know, with the exception of the Tulsa game, we can throw that game out, but everybody else we played and had an opportunity to beat. So the confidence is really high on the neutral floor.
How do you limit distractions for them? Because you don't play till Thursday and it's a late game, so you know be in the hotel all day long. How do you limit distractions for them? Or do you have anything planned for them to do between that?
I don't have anything planned. I mean, it's just they know what it's about. They know it's a business trip. Obviously, family's going to be there, some friends are going to be there, but they know how to stay locked in. I'm sure that. I mean, we don't have anything special lined up for them though.
The Tulsa game you mentioned, just throw it away, but I'm sure they want revenge against Tulsa for what happened. How do you keep them from looking past the ECU game to the Tulsa game?
Well, I mean, we know if we don't beat ECU, we can't get to Tulsa, so we stay locked in on one game at a time, and that's what we're trying to tell the young team.
What challenges will ECU?
Well, I mean, Jaden Gardner is a guy that leads our league in scoring, so he's a guy that plays really well. Plays really hard, and he carries that team. And then Newton, the point guard, had a great game against us. I think he had like 17 and 13 the last time he was here. So we have enough energy to go into those two guys for sure.
You know you can rely on Precious. He's been remarkably consistent all year. How do you get the other, get enough of the other guys? It seemed like in that Houston game, for instance, like in the second half, there just wasn't the other guy or guys who could contribute. Obviously, it's not something you can wave a magic wand. Like, how do you get 2 or 3 other guys to help Precious?
Man, they have to just grind it out. They have to find a way to get it done, and we haven't been able to do that a lot this year. And maybe with this being a new part of the season, being in postseason, that we'll get more guys to do so because we need that to happen. Because they're going to zoom in more and pay more attention to Precious in the conference tournament as well.
What's more effective? Is it to take their top scorer and like put Lester on him and try to lock him down, or run the offense at that guy and try to draw fouls?
I think
on him
doing both
early?
in this tournament. I think you do both. I think you have our best defenders on him to try to keep the ball out of his hands, and then on the other end you make him work.
Is this part of the reason why you wanted to get into college coaching, like March Madness? Like, did you love it?
It's the biggest part of it. That's the most fun I've ever had in my career, NBA and college. Is the March Madness. That's a big deal.
Well, talk a little bit about that because I mean you've been to the playoffs. You went to the championship in the NBA. You had 2 years in college, and you got Sweet 16s, and that seems like it's like, wow. You say college is how is it the most fun?
It's the most fun because the best fans. It's all natural. There's nothing business about it as far as the fans come to the games cheering. You're still a young adult, still enjoying life, and the work part of it hasn't hit you yet. And then, it's just the excitement of going into the games, knowing that everybody's watching you, that you have an opportunity to do something special at the end of all of that if you continue to win.
And after everything this team has been through this year, I know you still have to earn it, but to get to that NCAA tournament, to do something the school hasn't done in 5 years, kind of it's all, not deserving, but wouldn't that be the right way for this team to go out this year, is to go through everything that they did and punctuate it with getting back to the tournament?
Well, for sure. I think that would be the end of the movie that you would want, as far as fighting so hard through everything, injuries and James leaving, and then to end up to where we wanted to be in the first place, and that's in the NCAA tournament. Then that would definitely be a win-win for all of us, the city, the school, all of us.
You're doing it the hard way though, 4-4 now.
Oh my goodness, yeah, the harder way.
If we're back here next week talking about conference tournament champions, what went right in the games for you guys?
Well, if we're here next week talking about NCAA tournament, then that means we protected the basketball. We rebounded the basketball, and then everybody showed up. We had, multiple guys show up on a nightly basis.
That's time for a couple more.
The chance, obviously on paper, Precious has had the best year in this conference. It's hard to see a player of the year coming out of the team that finished sixth most of the time.
Mm-hmm.
But is there any other player in this conference that deserves player of the year?
No, there's not been one other player that's been as important to their team than Precious has been to us, and Precious definitely deserves that.
Do you have any plans on giving Lester a rematch? Last night at the radio show, he said when y'all played one-on-one, he beat you to 7, and then you changed and said, let's go to 10 so you could win. And he
I beat him 10-7, so that's.
But he said that the original.
I beat him 10-7, so.
He said the original game was to
his story's gonna be
7.
that way. I let him tell his story. I'm telling my story. I won 10-7.
Fair enough. Any chance for a rematch?
Sure, we'll get a rematch.
Thank you.
Is that
I
maybe
think
a
they
good thing
understand
with
that
this
a lot.
team?
I think they understand that a lot of people aren't expecting them to come out of this because we're the youngest team and how we played in the conference thus far, but still understanding that use that as motivation.
Thank you.